Are you looking to explore your connection with spirit? Whether you're just starting out or have been doing this for years, this is your chance to grow your mediumship in a relaxed, supportive setting. Step into a weekend of discovery with Kaz Dukes, my personal mentor and internationally respected UK medium, who known for her grounded approach, warm teaching style, and powerful insights. With students across the globe, Kaz brings real experience, humor, and heart to every session. June 28th and 29th, mark your calendar. You'll be part of a friendly, mixed-level group where all questions are welcome, all experiences are valued, and there's zero pressure to be anything but yourself. And no, you don't have to wear crystals or talk to ghosts before breakfast. Just bring your curiosity, your openness, and willingness to learn. Whether you're building confidence, refining your practice, simply want to meet like-minded people, or just want to be a fly on the wall to see the process, Kaz creates a space that's practical, encouraging, and fun. And for those fast action takers, there's a little something extra. So, book your spot early and receive a free remote healing energy session from Jenny McKinney, that's me, to help cleanse your energy and clear things out either before or after this event. It's a perfect way to reset and align. Spaces are limited, so book early and come along for a weekend of discovery, support, and growth without the fluff. That's Kaz Dukes, June 28th and 29th, an experiential learning event that's grounded, uplifting, and full of meaningful moments. I can't wait to see you there. So much JENergy! Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much JENergy! 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 Let's stick together with some high kicks. Wow! Wow! Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of So Much JENergy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I am here with Jeff Jones in the sunshine.
Jen, thanks for having me. I just turned my blinds so the sun is not all up on me.
Yeah, shoot. All right, Jeffy, so this week we are going to talk about chakras. Chakras.
Jen, speaking of chakra, do you know what a chakra's favorite dessert is?
Chakra's favorite dessert? No.
Cinnamon rolls. My chakra told me a joke, but it was a bit off-centered, so I don't want to repeat it.
So you have to come here to get a line? Oh, man. All right, Jeffy. So I wanted to talk about chakras just because they're our main energy sources, like the energy areas in our body. And
Right.
like our energy field, right? So like we've talked about our energy field, which is like 6 feet out around us. But what about the centers of our person? Okay. So the chakras are aligned in the rainbow colors.
Right.
Okay. So it's Roy G. Biv starting at your tailbone is R for Roy. Red.
Going up?
Going up. So it starts, your rainbow piece starts in your beehole, and then it goes all the way up to your head. Okay?
All right. So your head would be the V, the violet.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Violet is just above,
like your third eye?
yeah. Oh, hang on. Let me think about it. I gotta cut this part out.
Yeah, it's just above you.
Yeah, is your crown chakra. Violet is your crown chakra. Okay, so what I did is I wanted to explain the 7 chakras like you are 7. Okay, so like if you're explaining this to a 7-year-old so that we can all get it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so the R for Roy G. Biv, starting in your beehole, your root chakra. Okay, so this is going to be the I'm stuck in traffic chakra. Okay, this is going to be at the base of your spine, like your tailbone. The color is red, like a stop sign.
Right.
Okay, and what it does is it keeps you grounded, safe, and kind of like a tree, like rooted to the spot. Okay. So when this chakra's off, you might feel like you forget your phone at home or your house keys or maybe your brain, like you just can't get it together. Okay, so if
Now,
you
when
have
you
that,
say that it's off, now do you mean like it's off center or off colored?
it doesn't
Like if you
change
say
color.
like your
It's-
root chakra is off, is it out of alignment or is it off colored?
Yeah,
like
so
not
your
red anymore.
chakras all spin, like they're all rotate at all times. So when they're out of alignment, they can still be spinning, but like off to the side. So they
Okay,
should
so it's
be
out
all
of
straight.
alignment. Gotcha.
Yeah, or it might not be spinning.
Okay.
Okay, so a blocked chakra can be a stopped spinning chakra or out of alignment. So if you think about it, like, you know how like connect the dots, if the dots aren't straight in a line and they're like off to the side and off to the side, like a Z, like a
Right.
zigzag, that's out of alignment.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, then the next chakra moving its way up is your sacral chakra. And this is the oops, I ate too much cake chakra. Okay, so this is going to be located just below your belly button. So it's
Okay.
about an inch below your belly button. And the color is orange, like a sunset or leftover pumpkin pie.
Or fresh pumpkin pie. What color is regular pumpkin pie?
Yeah, fresh pumpkin pie, I guess. Or even a pumpkin. So what does it do? It controls your feelings, your creativity, or how much fun you're having. And when it's happy, you're dancing in the kitchen. But when it's sad, you can cry like over Netflix or maybe eat that whole cake again, right? Plus, if it's one piece, right? Like if you go for a piece of cake and it's just the whole cake, it's one piece.
That is one piece. If
That
they haven't
is-
cut that cake yet and you're the first one to get a piece, that's one piece.
It's one piece. And you don't have to justify it. You're an adult and you can do what you want.
Right?
Right. So that is the sacral chakra. Orange.
Okay.
Orange is sacral. Okay. And then moving up is going to be the solar plexus chakra. That's the I'm the boss chakra. Okay. It's going to be in your stomach area.
That would be
And-
yellow?
Yellow. Like the
Alright.
sunshine or kind of like a big smile. Right?
Yep.
So what it does is it's your confidence in your power center and the I got this button. So if you think about it, you know, when you do, like if you think about your power pose and you kind of like push your shoulders back and your chest up and your stomach kind of out, that's your confidence pose. And it's to unblock your solar plexus chakra. Okay?
Huh. I generally do that when I first walk into big box stores.
You just stand there like this, like Superman
Yep.
pose, and then
Just look around and take everything in.
Yep. Well, because that's your I got this button. That's your soul
makes sense.
is open. So
That makes sense because I generally got
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So a funny take on this chakra is if it's weak, you'll probably apologize to your coffee for spilling it on yourself 3 times.
Hmm.
I'm sorry I spilled you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
That makes sense because I generally take my coffee pretty strong.
Yeah. And pretty serious.
Yes.
It's pretty serious. Plus you have an IV bag of it, so that is helpful. Okay, the heart chakra. Okay? Heart chakra is the big hug chakra. So it's in the center of your chest. What color would that one be, Jeffy?
That would be G, Jen, for green.
Yeah. Yeah, green. Like fresh grass or money you wish you had, right?
Right?
So what it does is that's where your love lives for others, yourself, and that cute little puppy video that you just watched, right? So when this one is blocked, you might feel grumpy, or when it's open, you might basically feel like a walking teddy bear.
All right.
Okay. Also, that's where like sometimes you can carry like your hurt, and that can stop your heart chakra from rotating again. So that if it's blocked, it can also cause chest problems in there too if you have a blocked heart chakra.
What's that one called? The green chakra?
That's the one's green. Yeah.
What's it called?
Heart chakra.
Oh, that's what it's called, your heart chakra?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So
how come the first one's not called like crotch chakra? Or like
a crotch chakra?
I don't know.
Crotch chakra?
If it's down in that region,
it's in the root, because it's so when you think about sitting down, like when you sit down on the ground, you put your legs out and you sit down, because that's the root of your energy. It touches the ground.
Gotcha.
That's why. Yep. And then there's root, sacral, solar plexus, which we've just gone, and then the heart, and then the next one is your throat. Your throat chakra. Right. Can you repeat that chakra? And that's gonna be blue, like the sky, or blue.
Urine.
God, why is your urine blue? That's weird. You need to see a doctor if that's the case. So what does this chakra do? The throat chakra is your communication hub. It helps you say what you mean without yelling. But sometimes you have to yell to get the words out, because like if your throat chakra is blocked, you ever feel that where you want to say something but like it feels like your throat's being squeezed? That's your throat chakra closing up. And then for you to kind of like blow it open, sometimes you have to like get things out there louder. So this is just a word of advice for some people, because if you feel like somebody's yelling, it might just be that their throat chakra is closing and they're scared to say something, but when they say it, it has to come out louder. Does that make sense?
That does.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah. I know I've had that a few times where you're like, you don't mean to yell, but you got to get it out, and it's scary, so you're trying to say it, but yeah. So this, when it's blocked, you can sound like a broken karaoke machine, and when it's clear, you're basically the host of your own talk show, right? Like things are just flowing and it's good to go. Yeah. Also, it might make you, when your chakras are out of alignment, you can feel off balance. Like physically. Right. Do you ever have that? The other day it was so weird. I was driving down the road and it literally, when you're just facing straight, it literally felt like my whole body was turned, and like it was so weird. Like my whole energy field was driving. It was like I was sideways.
Gotcha.
Have you ever had that?
I feel like I have that, or I know I've had where like I've felt out of balance.
Yeah.
When I shouldn't have felt out of balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I don't have an ear infection. I don't have.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like there's
no
nothing.
Reason to.
Yeah.
And this happened when I was working, and a guy came into the area we were working in with a radio that was like way blasting.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, like everything just felt like, like it just was like it forced me to like lean over. And I don't know why. I couldn't.
It's probably the frequency. It's the frequency either of the station or of the music that was playing that can have an effect on you. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. So the next chakra is so we just moved up from the throat chakra. Now we're in the third eye. Okay, so that's like the space in between your eyes. And this is the, wait, did I forget? What did I forget chakra? So it's in the forehead. This color is indigo, like a fancy dark blue, right?
Right.
And what this chakra does is it's your intuition and imagination control center. Okay. So sometimes that can cause headaches if it's blocked, right? You might get like weird feelings in your head. You ever get that where like you feel like something's kind of rolling around and like you can't get it, but it's like a weird headache, but you can't really explain it, like just weird energy? Yeah. So when this is open, you might sense a pizza delivery before the doorbell rings, but if it's closed, you forget why you walked into the room again, right? Because then your intuition's blocked. Yeah. But sometimes when it's just like blown open, like sometimes you're like seeing things all the time, super sensitive. So that's also something that you want to take care of. It's also, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but like if you ever kiss somebody or get kissed on the forehead and you kiss them right there, that's like a sacred spot to connect with somebody. Yeah. That's why, like, it's special when you kiss babies on the forehead like that. Or, like, I kiss the dogs all the time right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that one is indigo. And then the top chakra, so you actually have a chakra outside of you. So it's I think it's a few inches above your head. That's the hello universe chakra. So it's on top of your head and it's gonna be purple, well, like violet, right? Purple violet. And sometimes it can be white because you're like, and it depends on the connection with you and your intuition, like to the universe. It can be white because white is all the colors.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this chakra connects you to higher wisdom, the universe, and maybe even your favorite playlist on repeat. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you have a good song, it's real good, right? So when it's balanced, you feel like a spiritual ninja. And when it's blocked, you're just wondering if you remembered to feed your plants. And yourself, probably, you know?
Probably. If you're not remembering to feed the plants, you're probably not feeding yourself.
Yeah, right? That it can get a little bit risky. Yeah. So, yes. So those are the 7 chakras, the 7 energy centers. And so as really just like little summary, your chakras are kind of like quirky roommates, you know, like that live in your body, and sometimes they're a little messy, but when they're all in sync, it feels like a dance party, and it's real good.
Nice.
Like a rave. Yeah. So I did find, I asked, so I don't know if you ever used ChatGPT.
No.
But I did ask it to make up a chakra song for me, like to share, and this is the song it came up. There are some wheels inside your bod, they spin and help your vibe. Oh, Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Let's balance them with laughs, yo. The root is red and ground your butt. It helps you not feel psycho. R-O-O-O-T. R-O-O-T. R-O-O-T. Let's ground it with a taco. The sacral's orange. It makes you feel like dancing in a euro. S-A-C-R-A-L. 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 Or crying in a poncho. The solar plexus gives you guts. It's bright and bold and yellow. S-O-L-A-R. 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 It yells, I'm super mellow. Your heart is green and full of love, and maybe snacks and jello. H-E-A-R-T. 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 It hugs you like a cello. The throat is blue and likes to talk. It doesn't need a megaphone. T-H-R-O-A-T. 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 It sings just like a weirdo. The third eye's deep and full of feels. It sees beyond the echo. T-H-I-R-D-E-Y-E. That's me. I see your dog's burrito. That wasn't even right. Okay, it should have been the twice silly. Okay. The third eye's deep and full of feels. It sees beyond the echo. T-H-I-R-D. T-H-I-R-D. T-H-I-R-D-E-Y-E. That's me. I see your dog's burrito. The crown is white and full of light. It's cosmic and it's mellow. C-R-O-W-N. 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 It beams just like a halo. And that's the chakra song. Thanks for being here. So that's all the chakras, Jeffy. You got any questions about the chakras? I have one more thing I wanted to share with you about it.
No, I don't think so. I think we covered a lot about them. What else you got?
So I just talked to a lady about energy sessions, and she was telling me how she can feel her chakras. She said, I didn't know that everybody can't feel their own chakra spinning.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa. Like, so when I've done energy sessions on people, sometimes they're like, they'll have one chakra that's spinning too much, which means they're kind of like out in la la land.
Right.
Because it's spinning too fast, and then like you need them to, they should all be spinning at the same rotation. You know what I mean? And then sometimes if they're too slow, it makes you feel like bogged down.
Gotcha.
You know, so she just. But when I do energy sessions, sometimes like some are too fast, some are too slow, so I just like spin them. You know, like I just rotate it. You know, at the same speed for all of them, and then get them back in alignment. And then they're always like, I feel amazing. Yeah. So keep your head out of your root chakra. Okay? But I know you probably work with some people like that. So sometimes that happens. Be like, look, man, you need to get that head out of that root chakra.
Get your head out of your root chakra.
Yeah. Say that this week. That's the affirmation we should all say this week to other people that, you know, have an attitude, are spicy.
Nice. I'm going to try to use it.
Yeah. Be like, look, man, I'm going to need you to get your head out of your root chakra and use that throat chakra and tell me what you need.
Yep. Before I reach over with my fist and adjust it.
Right. Before I spin it at the right speed for you.
Throat punched you.
I'm going to punch you right in that throat chakra. Oh, man. All right, Jeffy. Well, hey, good to see you, and we'll see you again next week, okay?
Jen, thanks for having me. I feel like I moved up from a white belt to a yellow belt of Chrak-rate.
Oh, man. You know who I should have had sing that song? Chakra Khan.
Chakra Khan. Chakra Khan.
All right, see you next week.
See ya.